coaching was a good part of it, and obviously getting a good group of guys helped. But the infrastructure to allow this to happen quickly was there, and it was really a no-brainer when I took the job. And so, just a testament to then athletic director, Dave Gann at the time, and all of the administration, that were a part of that initial decision making of putting that team on the ice or getting things going. That was so much more of that than any coaching could ever happen. So I'm appreciative just of the fact that we've had this vision, yes, but they've let us run with it, and that's you need that too. So,
oh, definitely. So you got you wrap up the regular season this weekend, am I correct? With 2 games against the Cats?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
They're technically exhibition games. Now the rankings have frozen. It'd be good opportunities to stay on the ice with a potential long break here with the national tournament being in March. Both senior nights. Montana State has senior night. We have senior night. Just a good opportunity to get some fans in the building, continue to grow the program. And again, and just continue that cool rivalry we've had with Montana State.
Friday night at the Hainzer Pavilion in Bozeman, and at the Iceplex in Great Falls on Saturday. It's Valentine's Day weekend too. You don't have any guys. You're not expecting any proposals on the ice, do we? Are we going to have any of that?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
I would be surprised. Yeah, but honestly, I don't even know. You never know, right?
That's true. That is true. It's it's a romantic weekend. How did you propose?
Yeah, that's a good question. We took this job in Great Falls probably 6 years ago, and yeah, it was nothing spectacular. Just proposed in the living room after a hockey practice. We went to dinner and celebrated, and I got married here. Had all of our kids here. It was great. And might I add, like, the real MVP during this whole conference term was my wife, who had all 3 of our kids sick at home.
Oh, geez.
During the 5 days that I was gone. So I know that, she was happy for a championship, but probably happier that I was home.
Right.
So I just, thankful for her, and just all the support that she's had, throughout all of this. You need that more than anything.
Well, I've talked to tons and tons of coaches, for the last however long I've been doing this business. Wives are always, and husbands, because there's women coaches too, but the significant others, the spouses, are always the true MVPs. There's no question about that. Even in my job, my wife too. I mean, gosh, I was gone last year during national tournaments for basketball, 16 out of 17 days and she's got a little, not even 1-year-old at the time. So I understand that.
Yeah, they endure a lot, and obviously, I'm just really supportive and appreciate, everything she's done.
Is she listening? Is that why you had to put that in there?
She could be. I don't know. We'll find
out. A couple of final ones real quick before I let you go. One, I'm still waiting on my sweater to hang up here in the man cave.
It's funny that you ask if my wife is listening, because as I walked out the door, she's like, "Did you send the jersey yet?" And I just had to chuckle. I had to chuckle a little bit. And so you're right. And got the address, and we'll make it happen very shortly. All right.
Okay. Well, if you get all the guys to sign it, because then I'll have a national championship winning team sign it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the goal.
We intend to keep it rolling. Yep, we intend to keep it rolling.
Okay, and then finally, I got to call a hockey game. It was the second time I've ever called a hockey game in my life. Back in January when you played at Bozeman. Did you watch the film and critique how I did?
I did watch. I didn't watch all of it. I caught bits and pieces of it. First off, the production value of the broadcast was spectacular. So I wanted to just kind of comment to everyone that was involved there, because
really cool. SWX Montana was fantastic.
Camera. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I thought you did a great job, and really appreciated just the airtime too, and just the ability for us to interact and promote the program. But I certainly, if there's someone better that can do it out there, I certainly haven't found them, because I thought you did a fantastic job.
Well, I appreciate that, Coach. I was real nervous. I'm glad I had one under my belt before that second one I did in January, because it's tough, and especially where we sit, you can't really see the far end of the ice, because we're ice level in the far corner. So you were it's tough. You got to rely on the monitors, and you're not always sure who's got the puck. But I appreciate
it. Makes you feel better. if it makes you feel better, I can't see one of the corners from the bench, so that I don't have any better vision than you do, trying to see what's going on in that left corner down there.
Well, I like that, and that's I think where we're at. So, or we're on the right corner, I guess, from the team benches. Yeah. But yeah. Well, no. Well, I'll keep working on it. I'm hoping next year I get to do, like they said, maybe more games, and that would be awesome. I'd love to come up. You know what? Here, maybe Doug Hashley's listening, your new athletic director. Just to hire me to do all your hockey games next year.
Hey, it's been laid out. You just laid it out there. So,
and you take me to Nationals. I'll do the games in Frisco this year at Nationals. I'm going to give Doug a call.
Definitely go for it. I'll see him this week, so I'll definitely bring it up.
Perfect, Coach. I know you're busy. I'll let you run, but congratulations, and we'll chat before you guys head off to Texas.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. That is Jeff Heimel joining us here. Jason Walker Show on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Great guy, and just fun to chat with. And I got the opportunity to first meet him and start talking with him when he was coaching with the Americans back in the day up in Great Falls. But he is a fantastic coach, and just like the Bobcats did last year, Providence heading off to Nationals. Now, we could still have the Bobcats and Dave Weaver heading off to Nationals if they can squeak by and get into. They're the 3 seed right now. If they can in the West, if they can get into get past regionals like they did a year ago, we could have Providence and Montana State both at the national tournament. How cool would that be? That would be awesome down there in Frisco. But yeah, and I'm serious. I'll do radio. Hey, let's line this up. We'll do some Facebook Live stuff. If somebody can reach out to Doug Hashley, make it happen up at Providence, I'll get a hold of him as well. I think we need to make this happen. I'll even do MSU games and Providence. And then they play each other for the championship. Oh, we just wrote the national championship picture for hockey for the American Collegiate Hockey Association, the ACHA. But yeah, there you go. All right, we appreciate Coach Heimel joining us. We were going to talk to Coach Almquist from Capital, but we had a little bit of an issue with the recording, and that's totally on my end. We fixed it, but we will not have Coach Almquist today as we do each and every Monday. He'll be back next week because I had to call like a technical support, and yeah, the fact that I can run the board and a computer and talk at the same time is sometimes it happens, is crazy. But we appreciate you joining us. We are going to talk to Craig Bagnell, though, coming up. He is the University of Mary head football coach, and we will chat with him about the hiring of Mike Van Diest, who is going to be the new linebackers coach for the Marauders. And we're all in on the Marauders now. Go Mary with Mike Van Diest out there. And, of course, Craig Bagnell, the head coach, is a Polson guy. He's a Polson Pirate, so he's a Montana guy. In fact, he's been on the coaching, forever. He's played at Mary. He's been in coaching. He was at Bemidji State for 3 years. Now he's at Mary for entering his third year, and he still has his Montana phone number. That's how you know guys love Montana. And we did talk off the air about Eastern Montana and Western North Dakota, and like anything east of Billings is not pretty. And that includes, western part of North Dakota, because you've got Watford City, Grassy Butte. So all those areas, it's not as pretty as Bozeman, Polson, Helena, Missoula, Flathead, all that. Anyway, so we will talk to Craig Bagnell coming up. And we have On This Day in History as well, still on the way. Support for the Jason Walker Show comes from Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. And guys, today probably you should get this ordered today, tonight, early tomorrow. Valentine's Day is Friday. You got to be looking your sharpest, okay? You got the chocolate bought, the present, the dinner plans made, where you going, what wine you're going to pick out for dinner, or maybe just water, that's fine. Flowers, make sure you get, those taken care of. Come on. You also got to be, get the haircut. Get the facial hair shaved up nice. And then you need the trim below the belt. That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Lawnmower 2.0, proprietary skin-safe technology. This trimmer will not snag. It will not nick. Accidents are a thing of the past. Trust me. And Manscaped has Crop Preserver right here. This is amazing. It is anti-chafing and deodorant and moisturizer with active pH control. Guys, you're putting deodorant on your armpits. Put it on the smelliest part of your body. And if you need a little freshener, Reviver, the Crop Reviver as well. You get an awesome, the Lawnmower 2.0. It's quiet, it's waterproof, and it works. You also get an awesome carrying bag. Just order it. Go to manscaped.com. Here's the best part. You get 20% off and free shipping. Use the code WALKER20 at manscaped.com. Always the right tools for your job. You know, we talk about baseball, basketball, football, soccer ball. We talk tennis balls. We always talk about the balls. Your balls will thank you. Trust me. Get 20% off and free shipping. Use the code WALKER20 at manscaped.com. That is 20% off, free shipping, manscaped.com. Use the code WALKER20, WALKER20. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to check in with the head coach of the University of Mary football team. His name is Craig Bagnell. He's a Polson Pirate. He'll join us. Also, final call for nominations for your Per Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Get those in, and we got On This Day in History as well coming up, and a whole lot more still to come. Busy final half hour here. Jason Walker Show, inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave, is presented by Helen Accommodations.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call to... Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back to The Jason Walker Show.
Oh, it is a Monday here inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Got On This Day in History still to come. The walk-off just around the corner. Big show tomorrow coming up. Mike Van Diest will join us for the entire hour. Talk about moving out to the University of Mary. We'll talk to head coach Craig Bagnell coming up in just a couple of minutes. All of our guests on the Jason Walker Show appear courtesy of the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. And I don't know if you watched any of the XFL over the weekend. I didn't. No. By the way, every team knows. So they have the XFL, the 1 point, 2 point, 3 point conversion. You don't have the extra points. So you can go from like certain yard lines to get 1 point after touchdown 2 or 3. But every team knows the 2 point play can be the winning move. And that's why State Farm agent Mike Miller and his team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It is a great call that saves you the time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. Just another way. We're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. All right. We got a brawl we're going to show you here coming up in a few minutes between cheerleaders. Yeah. We had a brawl last week, 2 basketball teams and a women's basketball game. But we're going to show you a cheerleading brawl coming up. Reminds me of Bring It On, All or Nothing, the best in the franchise and the best cheerleading movie in the history of the world. I know there's a cheer documentary on Netflix, I think, right now, but nobody's watching it. I'm sure they are, actually. All right. Earlier today, news came out. Mike Van Diest is going to head out to Bismarck to coach the University of Mary and be the linebackers coach. And I had a chance to catch up with the head coach at Mary. His name is Craig Bagnell, and he joins us now here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach. So first off, take me through the process of how you ended up getting Mike Van Diest to come on board all the way out to Bismarck.
Yeah, it kind of happened last spring in the start of the process. So he was out here driving through town and visiting with a bunch of his, kind of old coaching buddies as he was heading out to Green Bay to watch his son play. And we got a chance to sit down and chat for a little while. And him and our athletic director, Coach Lennon, kind of go way back. And also with my former head coach, Myron Schultz, they coached against each other. And so we got a chance to sit down and chat a little bit, and kind of told me what his plan was to take a year off and go back and watch some games of Wyoming and meet up with old buddies, and then get a chance to watch a little more of his son's games in the spring, and I have to worry about spring ball and recruiting. And so it kind of came down to he wanted to get back in, just didn't know exactly when and where, but he still had that urge to get back into the game. And so as soon as he left, Coach Lennon and I sat down and we were like, okay, how do we make this happen? How do we get him here? And so we got a chance to kind of figure out a plan, and Coach Van Diest and I stayed in touch throughout the summer and throughout the fall, and then him and his wife came out here at the beginning of January, and we kind of made things official. And so just it's hard to put into words, but we're excited. I can't wait to get him out here next week and start rolling. And he's already chatting with some of our guys and talking to the linebacker group, and so he can be coaching the outside linebackers and working with our defensive staff. And it's going to be obviously a great resource. I mean, the amount of experience he has and the wealth of knowledge he has is something you can't, just read a book or coach for a few years and understand. There's so much football that he knows that is going to be extremely valuable for us as a program and for us as a staff too as well. And so he's going to work with the defense, and then he's also going to do some stuff with me in terms of management and operational things, and bounce some ideas off his 20 plus years of head coaching experience, and kind of get his take on things. So it's going to be awesome. I know he's fired up, he's excited. It was kind of funny when he was out here. We kind of did a quasi official interview, but I wouldn't really call it an interview. It's just kind of meet up, catch up, and say hi. And about halfway through, he gave me his resume and said, "Oh, I forgot to give you this, coach." And I'm kind of just chuckled a little bit. I don't need a resume, coach. I know who you are. I mean, you got a Wikipedia page. I don't think we really need a resume. So, but no, we're excited. Can't wait to get him here.
One of the few times you don't have to call the references, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had references on there and everything, and I knew some of the guys there, and it's definitely one of those that probably don't need to make a ton of reference calls, especially with the amount of emails and texts I got from guys saying, hey, he's really excited to come out and looking forward to seeing him back on the sidelines and coaching. So, but not one you need to do a million background checks for.
Right. Craig Bagnell, the head coach at University of Mary, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show. Coach, Coach Van Diest recruited you coming out of Polson High. You ended up going out to Mary. Was it a little recruiting on your part, or did he recruit you again to get back into the coaching gig?
The first time it was him recruiting me with Coach Haugen, and I remember Coach Haugen came to our house in Polson, and we sat down and chatted, and kind of down to Carol and Mary, and I just kind of wanted to get away for a little bit and experience something different and play at a high level and kind of get a play against guys from all over the Midwest. So it was an exciting experience, something that I definitely would regret because it obviously got me to here now. So, but then the second time around, it was definitely a little more me recruiting him and Coach Lennon recruiting him. So kind of went full circle, but definitely excited to get him here.
It's crazy when you talk about Coach Lennon, because he was in that finalist group at Montana State back in 2008 with Coach Van Diest to take over in Bozeman, and now their paths cross again. I guess it's a small world in the world of coaching. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean you get a chance to know a lot of guys, and there's a lot of connections with guys that have worked with different people throughout their time in coaching, and I've got a chance to know Jason and Jared Petrino very well, and they're obviously Carroll guys and from Montana, and they know Coach Van Diest well too, and so they're excited for him. And so, yeah, it's a small world. You get to meet a lot of guys, and it's definitely a fun profession. It doesn't feel like a job, that's for sure. You work plus hours a week, but it doesn't feel like it.
Craig Bagnell joining us, the head coach at the University of Mary, on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, so I got to ask you, it's he's been a head coach, Coach Van Diest has, for 20 years. That first time that you have to sit him down and say, Coach, you gotta, you didn't do this the right way. Is he going to be able to take that, do you think? Because he, like I said, he's been the head guy, not the guy getting the directions.
Yeah, no, I think him and I have a good relationship, and I think he's going to be a great addition to where, everything that we're doing, we all understand that it's what are we doing to help our guys get better,
Mm-hmm.
And we've already sat down and kind of gone through the expectations of the coaches. That was kind of a funny meeting a little bit. I'm going through our staff expectations and our culture and how we establish it and what, his responsibilities are going to be. And at the same time, I'm like, man, this guy's been doing it for 20 years longer than I have. So, but that makes it kind of interesting. But, he's all excited to learn new stuff, and I'm excited to learn from him, and the rest of our staff is too, because we do things a little bit differently. And so I know there's going to be some stuff that's going to be new to him, and there's going to be some stuff that he's going to bring to the table that's going to be new to us that I know is going to help us. So the big thing for us is, we can have conversations in the staff room, and we can maybe disagree on some things, because confrontation isn't a bad thing,
Right.
Because it can bring out some good ideas. But at the end of the day, when the door is open and we walk out, we're all on the same page, and that's the most important thing.
I got to ask this, because there's a big difference between NCAA and NAI. NAI, you can recruit, you can do it year round. Now he's got to go back into, smaller time frames as far as recruiting and rules is what you can do. How much difference is that going to be?
Well, I think it might be a little different, but really it's a part of recruiting. It's still the same. You're still building those connections. You're still getting to know the kids and the families and the coaches. And I think that part is going to be extremely big with his connections in Montana, and we want to recruit Montana. And so, but when it comes down to it, he's going to have to take an NCAA recruiting test. He's going to have to do the portals. He's going to have to know when the quiet periods and the dead periods are, and when we can and can't recruit. And so it's, I'm sure he's not going to have a difficult time learning those time periods, but I know he's going to be a great asset for us in recruiting.
A couple final questions for you, Coach Bagnell from the University of Mary, as they hired Coach Mike Van Diest to coach linebackers. Have you talked to the linebackers core and told them the history of this coach that's coming out to coach them?
Yeah, they're excited. We had a team workout this morning at 6, and I kind of told them that, hey, there's going to be an announcement here coming up here pretty soon about a guy that's going to be joining our staff that we're extremely excited about. And once we can make things official, I'll let you guys know the details. And then this morning we got done with our morning workout, and I told the guys, and you could see their eyes kind of getting big, like, holy, we don't just have a guy coming in. I mean, this guy is a guy of all guys. I mean, he's a football coach, and he's had a lot of success for a reason. So the guys are fired up, and I know a lot of our outside linebacker guys have got a chance to chat with him a little bit. And
Cool.
Coach Van Diest is a big relationship guy, and he wants to get to know his players and what makes them tick and what's important to them. So he's already getting to know the guys, and he's excited to get out here to come to workouts. And I'm sure, there's certain times of the year I tell the staff, hey, this is when we're in, and then, when we're done with our stuff through the day, I want you guys out. I don't want you staying for till midnight, but I'm sure he's going to be one of those guys. I'm going to have to maybe push out of the office maybe a little bit every once in a while, but I know he's fired up, and our guys are too.
It's an extremely cool deal. We hate to lose him here in Helena, but you're getting, as you know, a class guy, one of the best guys you will ever meet. And he's just, we love Coach Van Diest here, and he's been a great asset to me for the last 7 years. So I'm a little jealous that you guys get to work with him now, but congratulations on that hire.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I texted him this morning and told him we're going to make the announcement today. And he's like, well, I can't wait. I'm excited. I can't wait for the, getting out there, and appreciate the opportunity. And okay, Coach, we appreciate you, and we're excited to get you out here too. So it's definitely an exciting time. We've been here as a staff 2 years now, and came from our conference and getting things changed and changing the tide here when we came back to get it back to where it was when Coach Schultz was the head coach and then I was playing here, and I know Coach Van Diest is going to help us do that.
Well, we're looking forward to following you guys along as now we've got another team out in North Dakota to keep an eye on with the Bison and now the Marauders, right?
That is right. That is right.
Of course, we root for the Marauders now because that's where Coach Van Diest is.
All in on the Marauders, man.
All in. We're all in. You know what? You should send me a jersey. I'll hang it up here in my man cave.
We'll have to get you some stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
Some blue and orange in Helena.
I like that. I like that idea. I'm a big fan of blues. So, Coach, I know you got to run, but appreciate the time and good luck this season moving forward.
I appreciate having me.
That was Craig Bagnell, the University of Mary head coach, joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, as talking about the hiring of Mike Van Diest, who will be in studio tomorrow. He'll be here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave talking about why now he's heading back to coaching. And we all knew he was going to get back into coaching. When he retired from Carroll last fall in 2018, we all knew he was getting back into coaching. And he even said it. He said it in his press conference. He said, I'm not done. He'd love to be position coach someday. And there you go. Now he's going to be coaching linebackers at Mary. Coach Van Diest here tomorrow in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Cannot wait for that. All right, let's. What's next on the agenda? Let's do on this day in history. On this date in 1920. On this day in history, by the way, brought to you by the Motherlode Sports Bar, Casino, and Restaurant. Stop by on the 1400 block of Cedar. I highly recommend it. You're going to get great food. Plus, you can play games. You get drink specials. Be careful when you're gambling, though. Gamble responsibly. But have fun. And the Motherlode is a great place to go have fun. In this day in 1920, baseball outlaws all pitches that involve tampering with the ball. Okay. 1968, American two-time world champ Peggy Fleming comfortably wins Olympic women's figure skating gold in Grenoble at the Winter Games in France. 1969, LSU's Pete Maravich scored 66. Yeah, in a game, they lost to Tulane 101-94. Pistol Pete, we just heard from the Polson Pistol, Craig Bagnell. At least that's what Coach Van Diest used to call him in high school. On this date in 1992, Bonnie Blair won the 1992 Olympics, the first gold medal in 92 for the U.S. Bonnie Blair used to train at the High Altitude Center down in the mining city. There is a big happy birthday today, and let's see if it'll play. Is it not going to play? Serious? There it is. Cat Thompson, John Cat Thompson, born on this date in 1906. Recognize the name? He was elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1962. John Cat Thompson was a member of those unbelievable Bobcat teams for men's basketball in the 20s. In fact, the 1929 Golden Bobcats voted the greatest team of the first half of the 20th century. John Ashworth Cat Thompson, born on this date in 1906, won the Utah State Championship with Dixie High School, finished second in the high school national tournament in 1925, played 3 seasons at Montana State. They went 102-11 in those 3 seasons. He was the Helms Foundation Player of the Year in 1929, and the Cats won the Helms National Championship, averaged 15.4 points for a team that averaged 40 points per game. He was an All-American 1927, 28, 29, and 30. Had 1,539 career points in 100 career college games. And again, he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1962. But John A. Cat Thompson, born on this date in 1906, passed away in 1990. It is also the birthday of one Lexi Thompson, golfer, won the 2014 ANA Inspiration, born in Coral Springs, Florida. I like Lexi. I wish I could hit the ball like her. She's like 6'3", though, and can drive it. I cannot. All right, so let's get to our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. We had some great nominations sent in today, especially through the email. We appreciate you, as always. But the Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, let's run through some of the nominations. State Wrestling is starting this week, but Butte and Flathead, the AA each sending 19 to state. Jefferson sending 6 or 7. Townsend sending, 6 or 7. I think 8 maybe. Helena High with 8 or 9. Capital with 16. Olivia Moten-Shell from Billings Central had a double-double, 11 points, 14 rebounds, along with 3 blocks in a win over Laurel over the weekend. Providence Hockey winning the West Region Conference Tournament, beating Mary in overtime, 3-2. Zacchaeus Darko Kelly had 2 double-doubles last week, and 2 triple-doubles, as a matter of fact. Almost had 2 triple-doubles. But Clayton Ladine had a triple-double in a loss to Providence for Rocky. How about that? Both Zacchaeus Darko Kelly and Clayton Ladine each with a triple-double last week in one game. That's impressive. Let's see here. What else did we have for some nominations? There were some big scores that were put up over the weekend by basketball players. How about Nathan Brown, who had 43 for Lincoln? Drea Wacker, Melstone had 35. Arlise Cody Tanner with 32. Shane Kimmel at Turner had 31. Shelby's Reynolds had 30 in a game last week. Was there any others? Oh, Keely Bake of Fairfield Tech signee had 36. Haley Conradson of Savage had 35. Harlem's Taya Trottier, 32. Chad Germer of Sentinel, 32. Dana Laram of Harrison Willow Creek, 31 in a game. Dallin Nelson of Sims with 31, and Priscilla Flatmouth of St. Labray. Those were the 30-pointers Friday and Saturday in high school basketball. Man, it's going to be tough. I can't decide who should win. Our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Triple doubles are tough. Darko Kelly with 1, same night in a win. Ladine had 1. But I think we're going to go with Providence Hockey. 3-2 overtime win to beat the top seed Mary in the West ACHA West Region Conference Tournament. We're going to go with Mary as your, or Providence rather, as your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. So congratulations. They don't win anything. They just get the get the recognition of being the best.
Always hear from the guys.
Nope, that's not what we want to play. This.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Well, we really didn't miss a whole lot. We talked to Craig Bagnell, the head coach of the University of Mary football team, on why they hired Mike Van Diest. We'll talk to Mike Van Diest tomorrow. And, we were going to show a little video, too, here. Let me pull that up. This is what we did miss because we forgot to show it. Let's see if we can get to here. Turn the audio down a little bit, and then we throw this up. So it's a cheerleading deal, and the video's going to freeze. Of course it's going to, because that's what they do. Maybe we'll have to show this tomorrow. Goodness gracious. Technology's always great when it works, right? All right, so there's this cheer-off. This is in East St. Louis, taking on Trinity Catholic, and then all of a sudden a fight breaks out. Can you believe? So last week we had a women's brawl in basketball, and then on Friday night we had a brawl between cheerleaders. Cheerleading's tough competition. It's tough. Vicious. I hope everybody's all right. There'll be some suspensions, I'm sure. Tomorrow, we thank Jeff Heimel for joining us, the Providence head hockey coach, heading off the Nationals. We will also thank Craig Bagnell. Tomorrow, University of Mary linebackers coach Mike Van Diest will be inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. He will join us, and we hope you join us as well. And some surprises tomorrow coming up for Coach Van Diest, too. Thanks for joining us. Have a great Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 4. This is The Jason Walker Show.
Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.